Hello and welcome to Car Mechanic Simulator 2015. Oh, there's a camera look. Oh yeah, there's been an update, so now there's a new photo mode, so yeah. I have turned down the textures to minimum because I was noticing on the videos that the quality is still really poor. I'd meant to check a while back, so yeah, you see the textures on the chairs are a little bit worse, but generally speaking the game still looks fine. There's a giveaway as to what time of the day it is. Doesn't tell you whether it's morning or evening, of course, but it is actually the real time. Anyway, that's enough nonsense. Let's get on with a job in our slightly lower textured setup. Oh yeah. Okay, so there's a really simple job that we need to have more experience to handle. Obviously it's a very complicated exhaust. And we've got these several very complicated jobs. New engine, put new engine oil and filter. Doesn't say where. Go on then. Alright, so, yeah. Oh yeah, took a job. I remember what was going on. 4 little tabs. Sloppy car steering. Wow, all these problems. New oil. And also these problems. Well, there's lots of things to do. Fuel rail DI. Oh, well, that is. That all sounds very complicated. And this is all to do with the same sort of stuff as this, I guess. Alright. I could take a test drive, it takes forever. We'll see if we need to do that. Well, I suppose once we've taken it apart, we won't be able to. Go on, let's take a test drive. You don't have to wait for it to load. I'll cut that shit out. Hey! Well, that answers that question. No test drive for this car. How did it get here? They shuffle it off of a little trailer or something. Okay, well, let's stick it on a... no, that's the wrong one. Stick it on a lifter and have at it. Yeah, the textures on the wheels still look pretty naff. I mean, they looked pretty naff on the high level, whereas on lower level they look pretty similar to me. Okay, looks like we need to get these wheels off anyway to get at the axles. Faxle. So here's some stuff that needs to come off. Let's take it all off. Yeah. There we go. Faxle. Does this need to come off? It's hard to tell. Can't take it on the test drive. Can't find out. Oh, whatever. These bits all look okay. Yeah. Quick visual examination. Same problems here. Outer inner tyre will have to come off. We've got a suspension bar which needs to come off from underneath as well. Okay, oh, there's a rubber bushing that needs to come out. It's good to dry out for those sort of things. Oh, excuse me, I've gone all sniffly. Alright. Let's assume we have to take the rear off. Well, let's just go for it. Right, so rear suspension arm. Not sure I did take the wheel off for that, to be honest. Oh, and I see a little sway bar there. Yeah, let's get you off. Oh, and there's this. Has to be from underneath. Does anything else need to be taken off? Not obviously. Okay, now the springs need to come off. Some bush. And then the suspension arm. Oh yeah, so... this looks knackered. What's this on? 29%, yes. Oh, and there's another rubber bushing. Okay, that seems to be everything from the rear. Let's check our order list. Which one? One of them had a few bits on. Okay, we've discovered everything anyway, so that's a good start. Sloppy gear steering. If any running gear problems. Small rubber bushing somewhere. I've not found those. Well, at least we can highlight the items that are known about if I need to. Okay, I need to get up on it. Oh, maybe the small rubber bushing's this. Right. Let's have a look underneath. So I'll take this off. Oop, there we go. Nothing else obvious. Can't get above the car at this point. It's a bit irritating. Can't look down into the into where the bushes are, for instance. Okay, everything seems fine here. So we want off. So I'm not sure if that comes with those little bushings, whether they count or whether the bushings I need to find a separate. Small rubber bushing. Let's highlight that jobber. Oh, there it is. Well, there's a tricky little bugger to get out, isn't it? Oh, I see. I've set this off first, and I have to get this off. Okay. I wonder if I couldn't see it. I didn't realise they were so squirreled away. Ah, you don't need to unscrew the small ones, I see. Alright. Good. Piston with conrod. Oh, that's the engine. Front axle, yes. Inner tie rod, maybe. Because there's an inner tie rod here as well. Oh, that's an inner tie rod here and two inner tie rods here. So surely that's three of the two inner tie rods that there are on a car. Right, let's amusingly see if we can fix any of this stuff. Where's the fixie bench? Oh, here it is. Oh, things that I don't actually need. Oh, this maybe. Yes. You managed to repair the part. Oh, cool. That's not happened before. Part condition decreased. Maybe it's a good time to actually buy some repair skill. What have I got? I've got 2 points left. I don't see why I'd be that bothered. I mean, I've got plenty of money. Whereas this feels much more exciting. I have a bit of that. I'm not sure what these do yet, so I'm kind of saving a point just in case I suddenly need to use them. So let's continue. Oh, that's it. That's all the items that are there. Okay. Whatevs. But that means I can put something straight back on, I think. No, wrong mode. Was it... Where is it? Was it the thing at the front that I've just fixed? Wow, they're confused, get turned around so easily. Right, that. Was it that I just fixed? No. Not at all. Not even slightly. Oh, I can use... keep forgetting I can use my tablet to buy things. I don't have to walk across the shop even anymore. But there are so many things to buy. So, 2 inner tie rods, an outer tie rod, and a sway bar, something or other. Running gear. Outer tie rod. Which means I've gone back there. Inner tie rod. No. Inner tie rod times 2. And what was the other thing? And a sway bar rear end link. Sway bar rear end link. Sway bar rear end link. Yes. Good. front drive axle C times 2. Front drive axle. Front drive axle C times 2. Inner tyre rod, I don't believe that. Lower suspension arm, rear spring. Rear suspension arm B. Rear suspension arm, I don't remember taking any of that stuff off. Rear suspension arm B. Rear suspension arm B. And then just a normal rear suspension arm. And then a rear suspension upper arm. Small rubber bushing, a couple of rubber bushings. 3 rubber bushings, in fact. And a rear spring. Rear spring. A lower suspension arm. Did I pick one of them up? I don't think I did. That's the only thing I need left. Lower suspension arm. Lower. Huh? Oh, there it is, look. Alright, now let's see if I can put all these bits back on. That's the acid test. Oh, that's why I'm not in. That's not working. I need to be in the area. Okay, so here we go. Low suspension arm. Woo! It's almost like I've done this before. Drive axle C. Cannot put the... Oh, here we go. Inner tyre rod. Outer tyre rod. Oh, I see. I don't have to hold... The faster attaching, rather than holding my right mouse button down and it filling that circle, we can see it very briefly there. It's almost instant, which is... that's the speed up I've got from my experience point. Doesn't feel particularly worth a whole experience point, but, you know, it's better than nothing, I guess. Nothing. It's just taking me out slightly, taking me a little while to adjust. It's so fast. Oh. Oh yeah, that was the old outer tyre rod. It's all good. Any missing things I can't see? Any of the bushing holes? Is that a thing, a bushing hole? Rear suspension arm. Yeah. There's some other bits. What's on the other side? Mumble mumble. Oh. Small rubber bushing. And we've got some bits over here. Got that to put on. Nice new one of them. Sway bar. Oh, is that it? I'm sure there's other bits. Ah, here we go. Just a bit I fixed. Maybe, I don't know. Spring cap. Fresh new spring. The cap on the top, not just the bottom cap. Right, so how are we doing? Sloppy car steering's all done. Fix many problems. So I've got 3 rubber bushings and a rear suspension arm B. So I'm not convinced I've taken off yet. Rear suspension arm A. Rear suspension arm A. Ah, is that it? What was that? I could see. No. I thought I could. There. Found it. Well, that was the thing I fixed, and I bought a new one by the looks of it. Okay, now it's just finding some rubber bush holes, which is actually slightly tricky to do with it up in the air. So maybe if I bring it down, that'll be easier. Determined to try and get myself crushed underneath there, but it's like they've stopped me doing that. Like they know. Right, there's a bush hole. bothered to search for these. I think I just want to... Why can't I click on these things and move? Usually I can move across the engine like that. Nothing obviously here, so let's mark them up and see if that helps. Certainly did help. Oh. What's that thing where you've got close enough now that you can't see? Oh, there's one. And there's the other one. Alright, cool, so that's that all done. The oil filter should be quite easy, so we've got to sort the engine out next. Okay, pop the hood. So what are we doing in here? Air filter, okay, and then some timey stuff. Exhaust manifold, don't know what that is. These are parts of on the head, and a piston, so some quite deep in stuff. Right, so let's take off the manifold cover. I need to take this manifold off. Bolty. Alright. That rust covered monstrosity away from here. Right, now. Ignition cores are these. I guess they've got the sparkies in them, have they? Oh no, there's the sparkies. Look. That's definitely a new spark plug. Was that mentioned? It was mentioned. I didn't notice. And then, how do we take? Can we just pull this off? We can. I think we need to get under here to get to crankshafts and things. Although we might have to take off the timing stuff as well. The timing belt cover to get to these things. There's spark plugs. So I don't know. Do we have to? I'm not really sure any of this. It's fuel rail. Ah, there we go. That's a thing. Oh, I have to take this off first. I have to take the throttle off first, apparently. Oh, there's some bolts. Bolt. Oh, what's that thing there? Oh, that's part of the fuel rail. Okay, good. So I have to take the engine head off, I have to take the crankshafts out. If I take the crankshafts out, I have to take... Oh no, I have to take the timing off. Oh. It's not going to tell me I don't need... Ah, I see from here. Oh, I see, you can't see from here, but actually you can tell there's the cam gears. Needs to come off first, so I have to take all this stuff off first. Okay, so proper strip down. Take off my tensioner. Oh, yeah, oh. I'm sure it's the belt coming off next, so I just wasn't clicking on it properly. Crankshaft pulley. Another one of these rollers. That should be everything. And get the timing cover off. Let's see what the timing belt and the cam gears under it. Now we can take off the camshaft, crankshaft. Okay, so they both looked identical. One of them was 27%. Okay, we do have to take the sparkies out to get to there. Get the head off. Really? Right. Okay, I think I've gone this far before, so it's very exciting. In the sense then, if this is exciting. Okay, that one looks a bit knackered. Let's take that one out. Oh, you're joking. I've got to take something else off first, don't I? But I can't tell what it is. Something on the bottom. Alright, engine, something on the bottom needs to come off. I'm glad I can click down there to see. Fuck's sake. So what's this? Oil pan. I have to take off the oil pan. Is that right? Yeah, I guess so. Okay. Any of you shouting at the screen? I have no clue. Are you seriously? Why have to take the oil pan off? I guess it's connected in some way, obviously, but... Oh, does this mean I have to have drained it first? He says, suddenly having a brief moment of clarity. Come on, magnetic oil drain. Off we go. Okay. It's not... Is that... Yeah, maybe how it works, I don't know. No, I can't look away and see if it's going in the hole. I have to wait till it's finished and then see if there's a mess on the floor. No. Okay. Right, off you go. Okay, so hopefully, well, we had to do that anyway, so it's not a huge issue. Maybe it would have been fun to try to take off the oil pan without the oil out and seeing if anything weird happened. So now I have to pull it down, but then we can see underneath the engine, which is interesting. So we can see that the... I guess maybe this was just required for access, because I mean it's not. I mean it's just the bottom. I mean it's just where the oil is. I mean I don't see the reason for having to take it off to actually disconnect the piston, but maybe in an actual car there's things you need to do. An actual car, right? Okay, piston with conrod taken out. Crankshaft bearing cap. Don't remember taking one of them off. Oh, there we go. That's fine. What the hell did you get to that? Yeah, peering at it from above, you sort of think, well, that'd be easy from underneath, which, you know, you'd think would switch something in my brain. Actually have it on a lifter. It's very simple to just put in the air. So we're taking that bit off. Now that I can understand us needing to take the oil pan to get off, because how else would you take that off? Alright. Didn't even need to come out of that. I can just go straight to my tablet. Click it on engine. Oh, we need to find an air filter, remember that. Nothing else I remember. So, order. Air filter, cam gear, crankshaft bearing cap. I'll remember that in a heartbeat. Cam gear. Camshaft cap. Yes, camshaft cap. Oh no, it was a crankshaft bearing cap. Crankshaft bearing cap. Not what I bought. Looks very similar. I was going to say identical, but actually on closer inspection it's not identical. An exhaust manifold and a fuel rail DI. Exhaust manifold. DI. Oh yes, fuel rail. 2 ignition coils. 2 ignition coils, normal. And thingamajig, I've already forgotten. Piston with conrod and a spark plug. Piston with conrod and Captain Sparkles. Meet the Sparkles! E-bot shaky. Oh, I need an oil filter as well, don't I? Change oil, drain oil, and refill the new oil filter R4. Oil filter R4. Okay, good. Right, so we can go back to the reversing of what we've done. Yes. There's a special thing I bought that I didn't need. Pop it down again. Oh, I could put the... Oh no, I need to put the thing in before I put the air oil tray back in. Well, I probably don't need to, but that's the way we did it first. So, oh, it's going to annoy me slightly with seeing that blue the whole time. Let's uncheck that. So, I want to put my piston with conrod back in, please. Thank you. And then I can put on my new... Oh no, I need to put in the head back on. Multi. Okay, and then the crankshafts. Where to buy a new crankshaft, camshaft. So, yeah. Didn't buy cam gear then, apparently. That's the bit I thought I had. Unless I bought the wrong sort. I bought that R4 jobber. Alright, good. Alright, engine cover. Bolt here. Bolt here. And spark plug time. Fresh and new. Not so fresh. Okay, that's all the sparkies back in. Stuff that goes on the side, on the timing case. Oh. I did take the water pump off. Can't say that I noticed, to be honest. Belts, belt tensioner. Okay, I think that's all of that. I've got a new manifold to pop on. It's 1 or 2 bolts. 1 or 2 bolts. There we go. Oh, and the cover, of course. Forget that. It's a thick bit of foil, basically, just as a heat deflector. Manifold. Just a few bolts for that too. Oh, and a throttle. I'd forgotten about that. The bit that goes on the end. Okay, so that might be almost all of that done apart from the air filter, which I'd forgotten about. I have to take all these stupid clips. Oh, I mean assemble. Yeah. Well, at least they're not fiddly. Oh wait. Fresh new filter and then reverse. Bloody clips back on. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so that's all that done. So now we just have to put some oil in. I've been disassemble mode to take the. There's no oil pan in the car. Well, that's a good warning, otherwise I'd make a right mess. Because in reality, if you're working in the shop, you'd be sitting there going glub 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 glub. What's that on my feet? Why are my feet? Oh bugger. There we go. That's the bottom of the engine. Just a big bucket, effectively. Okay, so now gloop. That's right, don't worry about the bits not going in the engine. Let's do it, we'll hold it down for ages and ages and ages. Oops, oh, it tipped up on its own accord slightly. And then you have to dipstick it. Oh, that's right in the middle actually, that's awesome. Good work, me. Okay, that's all the engine stuff done. Let's put the wheels back on. I think this guy's good to go. That seemed fairly. Oh, I was going to say it seemed fairly quick, but actually it's been ages. It was quite a big job, I guess. One final wheel. Alright. So that should be job did. The oil canister to one side. keep forgetting you've got to actually be within touching distance of the oil. Oh, I didn't put the bloody oil filter in, did I? Noob. Fucking noob. You noob. Accessible from under the car, of course, yes. Put all the nice fresh oil in and it's got a dodgy crap old filter in it. That's not great. At least it's a quick job. There we go. Job done. Woohoo! Alright. Great. Well, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. I hope the graphics were slightly easier on the eye. It's hard for me to tell because I'm still getting 50 frames a second. It's just when it only records the crappy things that you see, obviously. Anyway, mumbling and muttering, onwards. Thanks for watching, and the screen look is illegible, whereas previously you'd have been able to read that sort of logo. Good, that's the only discernible difference I've seen so far. Thanks again, bye.